Hello everyone and welcome to another edition of Mac Mania. This is the show that gives you your weekly dose of Apple news. This is episode 52 for the 2nd of December 2012. The first episode for December 2012, and yep, it's getting closer to Christmas. Joining me is, we've got a four-panel today. We have a four-panel today. We've got Mark Knight, as usual, from the Mr. Mark UK1 channel.
Hi.
Hello, Mark.
Hello.
Great to have you along, like always. Also joining us today as well is Elliot Lyons from the Legend Elliot 94 channel. Welcome to you, Elliot.
Hello.
And also, let's see if you remember this person. He was on about, 30 episodes ago, just an estimated guess, is Lee Edwards from, let me just remember, 87 Redhead YouTube channel. I think that's the name. I think so. I think I've remembered it right.
Yeah.
That's good. And also, Redhead Lee is the Twitter, I believe, as well. Great to see you again, Lee.
Yeah, I'm back. It's been a while, but I'm back.
You're back.
And hopefully back for good this time.
And on the Christmas show.
You never know. Let's see how many
the
shows
Christmas show.
in a row.
Yeah, let's see. Let's see. And you all went to a sorry?
I know that Lee's coming back for a while.
Right. So you all went to a YouTube event yesterday. How was that?
It was brilliant. It was yesterday.
Brilliant.
There was about 8 of us.
Amazing.
It was absolutely brilliant.
How many?
8 of us.
It was good.
We were the only ones there.
Nice.
Yeah,
That's
there's
pretty
meant
good.
to be a few more people, but it's just a few. It turned out, but what a great day it was. Still, though, anyway, fantastic it was.
Yeah, it was a good day.
Nice. Well, I'm glad to hear that. Yes, glad to hear that, and maybe one day I can go to a YouTube event when I'm a bit older. Can't obviously go now, but unless there's one here in Tasmania, but I doubt there's not going to be any YouTube event in Tasmania anytime soon. Well, not much Apple news like always now this time of year. It's a bit quiet, and just a bit quiet. But Lee, I wanted to ask you, what do you think of the iPad Mini that came out just a few weeks, about a month ago now? What do you think of it?
The iPad Mini. I think it's good. If you haven't got an iPad already, definitely worth looking at. But for me, because I've already got an iPad, the bigger screen is better. If I need a small screen, then I just use my phone. So it's kind of a device to introduce yourself into the world of iPad, sort of thing. If you didn't want to buy a big one, more portable, I suppose now, aren't they? So, and much lighter. It's like it weighs like a thin sheet of paper. So I found it, and it's like, wow. So it's quite good. Obviously, a few different changes to it, and that. So quite pretty much the same spec as the iPad 2, though, as well, isn't it? So yeah, it does. Yeah, it seems like a nice, nifty little gadget.
Yeah, do you reckon it's a bit disappointing without the Retina display, or do you reckon it's just it's good without the Retina display?
Yeah, I think now they've got the technology for the Retina display. I believe that every product they should make should have it in, and they shouldn't leave it out. But as we know, Apple are renowned to keeping some features back, so they can put it in the next one, so that the product line has longevity. Yeah.
And what about the iPad? There was a new iPad, an iPad 4, released at the same event about a month ago. Do you reckon that was a wise kind of choice for Apple to do, to release an iPad when they've just released the new iPad just about 7 months, I think it was 7 months ago or something like that, in March? Do you reckon that was a good choice for them to do?
it's, in my opinion, it's just to make more money.
Yeah, well, that's exactly right.
I do really like Apple, but they do tend to release things at funny times to try and make themselves more money, which you can't really blame them for, really, because they are popular. So, but yeah, they could stagger them a bit more, in my opinion, because it gives people a chance to use the current gadgets available for a good while. You know, a year is still quite quick for a new product to come out. But that's I suppose that's what we're used to now with Apple. 7 months, that's well quick. You know, when you compare it to other products as well, like the new iMac that's just launched. When was the last one of that? That was like 2 or 3 years ago. Yeah, that was a while ago. You know, they leave it a while for some things, and also the iPod as well. They didn't really do an update for that. The iPod Touch. And that just was saying, Yeah, but it seems like with the iPad, they're just churning them out. And don't get me started on that iPad 4th generation malarkey. Why didn't they just release the iPad 3 when they had that faster technology sort of available, not make the 3rd generation and then bring out an update for that 3rd generation and then discontinue the 3rd one and then make the 4th one as if it was the 3rd one. But you know, it's clever how they do it. But it is a bit annoying for the consumer, I suppose, having to fork out especially money. Yeah. Do you reckon it's do you reckon we'll see another iPad in March like we normally do, or do you reckon it will be waiting from this time next year, or a few in that same year, in that same time as the iPad 4? Do you reckon we'll see the iPad 5 that time next year? No, I think, you know, if they how many months would it be? About 4 or 5 months until the normal release. And if they did that's just ridiculous. If they did that, but you know, I don't want to stag off too much because I do really like them. Their products are amazing, but when you pick them and they're doing it to just a particular one product line, it's like, why can't you do that with all of them? Kind of thing. You know, like say, waiting for the new iMac to come out. And, you know, let's say quite a few years, you know, a lot of people like Mark waiting for the new iPod. But they keep churning those iPads out like hotcakes. And you just have to look at the Mac Pro as well. That's people waiting for the Mac Pro, the new Mac Pro to be released as well. Like that hasn't been, the new one, if that hasn't been released for ages. So, there's been a couple of releases for those, isn't there? Because of the 2 different sizes. And just one more question about the iPad 2. Do you reckon Apple should keep the iPad 2 in the lineup like they have? Do you reckon that's a good choice, or do you reckon they should have excluded that and kept the iPad 3? Even though there's not really much of a difference from the iPad 3 to the iPad 4, it's just a few little changes. So I think because now they've got 3 iPads on their little production line, haven't they? So I think it's good that they're still keeping the iPad 2 alive. But you know, it's like when they release a new product every year, they always have still features available for the previous model. So it's good that they're still keeping with the iPad 2 because it's gone over a year now. So it wouldn't surprise me if they start phasing it out, which will be a shame. But, you know, like you say, you've got the iPad 4th generation now and the iPad mini. So hopefully they won't continue the iPad size as the mini size. Hopefully they'll still continue to make 9-inch models
Yeah, that's well. I think I don't think a lot of people would like him if they continued the 9-inch. That's a bit off. Yeah, a bit off, and probably lose.
I do like that extra size of the screen, you know, and it's still small enough for portability and stuff. Whereas the iPad Mini, it's for people that you know carry a bag that's like the size of that. So hopefully they don't just stick with the iPad Mini size and then just release lots of iPad Minis, you know.
Yeah, that'd be a shame,
You know. So, there we go.
Yeah, well, I just thought I'd ask you a couple of questions just to catch up and your opinions on the big news for a few months. Now, just moving on to iTunes 11, and this week released iTunes 11, which has been delayed for quite a while. It was announced at the September event when that was the announcement of the iPhone 5, the iPod Touch, that event, and that announced iTunes 11. We've been waiting for quite a while now. Elliot, you've got it. Have you got it, Mark? Have you checked it out? Or?
I have got iTunes 11 on my main computer, but not on the Mac. But I don't really like iTunes 11. I don't know about you, Lee, or Jake,
right,
but iTunes 11 is not for me.
Right. Have you got iTunes 11, Lee?
I'm actually not sure. I haven't checked. I should check now, really, but I do believe I have. But I could be wrong. Because I don't really notice. Is it a massive update that they've done to it?
Yeah, I guess it's a free update, obviously. Now, Elliot, you've got it, I know, because we were talking. I know you were saying some things about it on Friday when we were talking on Skype. Tell everyone listening what your hates are about iTunes 11.
Well, I don't know if it's just because I'm used to the bar on the left, but
well, that'd probably be right, yeah.
But I don't know if it's just me, I can't find it, or I don't know how to use it or what, but I can't find a list of just... Obviously you get the list of songs, but the actual playlist that's defaulted on there, like music, where it's all in order, I can't find it. And there's no option to have cover flow either, which is really frustrating. And you have to go on this album tab, which comes up with all these squares.
Yeah.
And all the songs that you press on the album and one song comes up, and it's just like, oh.
Well, I checked it out today. I did, after one attempt, I installed it. My computer locked up, reset it, and then installed it again, and it installed right. I was having a little bit of a look around without any problems. It's an interesting design that Apple have gone, like they've had that one for so many years. They've got a new logo with it as well. It's not a real massive logo, but it's you can see it's a new-ish kind of logo. So I like that. That's okay. It's pretty nice. I like the App Store, the new App Store interface with iTunes. So that the new app interface, or the new iTunes interface, the App Store, I like that. The tabs, there's tabs on the top, and then you kind of have to go. So there's not that, they've removed that bar completely now, so you can't really get that bar no matter where you click or anything. So that's, I don't know, it's okay. The search, I like the search, how you can search stuff, and it's okay. And then when you log into your account, I don't know if I really like this, but I know I guess you have to kind of do this, but there's the songs, and then you've got all your songs, and then you basically have to download them all from iCloud, because obviously you haven't purchased them on the iTunes, you have to download them. So I guess that's okay, I don't really mind. I only downloaded one song because I don't really use iTunes at all. It's an okay update. Like, I don't really find iTunes the best program out there. Like, it's still not the best program for playing things, and when I downloaded, I got the message that you have to download QuickTime and stuff, and that kind of makes it a bit hard that you have to kind of download another piece of software to kind of get it to work with movies and stuff and TV shows. That's kind of bad, but it's an okay update. I've always found, and I don't know if you have found this, Mark, if you've used iTunes on your Mac before and compared it to the Windows, but I always find that iTunes works better with a Mac on a Mac, like it just because it's an Apple product, it works better on a Mac than on a PC.
It does work fine with
better. Than
iTunes 11.
Yeah.
iTunes 11.
Would you?
The query, but I do find it. No, I don't find it too different, to be honest.
Oh right.
With my high performance computers, high performance is much faster than the Mac for games and that. I don't really see a difference. I don't use iTunes on the Mac. I always use it on the main computer.
Right. Well, I just found it's kind of, I don't know, maybe I'm coming from a crappy computer experience. That's probably the reason. I've used it out there. It kind of works fine on there, but I've just found it works a bit more better on a Mac. I don't know. It's kind of my experience when I've used a Mac with a Mac. So yeah, it's okay. Do you like anything about it, Elliot? That's kind of the upgrade side of it. That's in the upgrade. Do you like anything in that?
I would rather just go back to the old one. I don't know if it's because I'm just used to that and I'm happy with it. But I don't know about the search, that's a bit odd. I know it puts in things from like the store and stuff now. But because it does that, and like if you've got a slow internet connection, it lags when you search. And if you want to just search your life, it's a bit.
Well, I don't really use
Sorry, go on,
Jacob. The only thing I do like is the actual store
that's alright.
I like the new store layout, that's the only thing I do like. But...
Yeah, that's something I do like, yeah. I was just going to say, I don't really use iTunes anyway, so it doesn't really affect me. What was you going to say, Elliot? I mean, sorry, Lee?
Yeah, I was saying, I just checked, and I'm available for the update for 11, so I haven't got it yet, but I'm just reading up about it now. And it says here that they're allowing you to stream music, movies and TV shows that you've purchased from Apple to another Apple device using the iCloud without having to download them again. So I suppose they're making it more to do with iCloud for streaming to other devices, like I just said. Making it sort of changing the appearance, making it perform better for collaboration between other products, because probably at the previous versions it didn't work as well. But also it says that there might be plans for its own music radio service. So,
well, I haven't heard of it. Yeah, that's
whether that goes through iTunes or not.
We probably would. Yeah. So, it does have a whole range of radio services. If you go to the radio tab on iTunes, you'll find that you've got a list of genre radio stations, and you can basically play. So that'd be interesting for Apple to do that. Yeah, very interesting. So does anyone want to say anything else about iTunes before we move on?
Just reading a little bit more. No, it doesn't seem like anything worth commenting on, really.
Okay. All right. Well, hang on. Hang on, I was just flicking through here. I've just found an interesting story. I didn't find this before, but the title is 17-year-old student sells his own kidney to buy an iPhone and an iPad.
Oh my god. I don't need another kidney. I'd rather have an iPhone that's going to keep me alive, I'll just put that in my body. That'll keep me alive,
Let me read this. This is from Macash, this is from Macash. This is from Toby Wellington. This is an article on Mac Hash. It says 7 Chinese men have been sentenced for their part in running an illegal organ tracking operation. A 17-year-old student from one of the China's poorest cities sold the man his kidney back in early 2011 before later suffering from a health-damaging kidney failure. And his name's Wang Shankon, I think that's how you pronounce it, received $3,500 for the kidney. So for his kidney, using a portion of that money to buy himself an iPhone and an iPad. So it looks like there's some investigations. This
are still worth more than Apple products then.
Yeah. Although it's not, I don't think it's is one of the Macs a Mac Pro I think is dearer than that, or an iMac is dearer than that. So, but not an iPad or an iPhone. So, a portion of that was to an iPhone and an iPad. That is very interesting, and I believe that's illegal. What happened here? So, this can only happen in China. It looks like.
It's a bit
to sell your body parts for money.
Well. I wonder how he's going with his iPad and his iPhone then.
It might have been something like,
he would have got what?
I can't wait for Christmas, I'm going to sell my kidney for it.
Yeah, wow. That is a very interesting story. Just scrolling through here and just scrolling through here and I found it. So and well, I've come through another funny Apple article. It says this title is named Siri Apple Mac became popular baby names for 2012. So
yeah, I'm on it right now. I'm on that same
there
thing.
There is kids in the world that are called Siri, Apple, and Mac.
And Mac.
Hello, Mac. How you going, Mac? Hello, Apple. Who has the name Apple?
To a guy called Mac as well.
Apple.
So you do hear the name Mac about, but and Siri as well, but very, very rarely. But now the baby boom of these names, it says here that the name Apple rose 15% for girls this year, vaulting an incredible 585 places in the popular names list.
That is unbelievable.
I wonder if there's one called Windows. Hi, Windows. I mean, you would be mullered at school.
Mac.
I mean, you would be mullered at school if you was called Vista, wouldn't you?
I wonder if there's anyone out there called Android. Droid. Funny names, funny tech names, funny tech names. Okay, this is
watching this because I'll flag the video.
I'd love if someone commented. I encourage you, if your name, or actually that could be our question. Well, it's not really a question of the week, but if you know anyone out there who's named Apple, Mac, Windows, Android, Droid, any tech names after a tech product, I don't know, Mac, all that, comment down below, and we'd like to get in touch with you and talk about how your names are popular name. Okay, I've got an article here that I was going to read out. I'm going to read out now. It's about Tim Cook. We don't normally talk about Tim Cook much. We only really see him when he hits the stage in events. Remember, he's the CEO of Apple, and he's going to be interviewed on TV for the first time next weekend on NBC. Now, hopefully we get to see some of this, because it's obviously a US television station. This is an article from Andrew Kunesh. Basically, it says Cook was reportedly spotted at Apple's Grand Central Apple Store talking with Brian Williams of NBC News. This interview will appear on NBC's Rock Center show and is set to air next week on December 6th. NBC has released a preview of the interview, which we've embedded after the break. So that's very interesting. It'd be good to see Tim talking, talking with a reporter, because we don't normally see, we haven't seen that yet. Like it's mentioned, we haven't actually seen that. Steve Jobs, I believe, did it. So it'd be good to see Tim Cook. He's the new CEO. He hasn't spoke to a reporter since he's become CEO. So it'd be interesting to see what's said in this interview and what's asked. That's basically what I'm interested in. So hopefully we get to see some of this. I don't know if we'll get to see some of it because it's on NBC. Do you reckon we will get to see some of it?
Depending.
Being in Australia, in the UK, and
might not have a chance to on NBC. Obviously, we don't get NBC over here. It will be on live on.
I think there is an NBC channel.
I don't know if there's an NBC.
I don't think we get. I think it's just selected content. I think.
Right.
So
I don't have NBC, so
NBC
we might. Hopefully, we will. Well, there's always that one person who records it and puts it on YouTube. So if it's not on there, we're going to see it on YouTube.
Get slated for it.
And then it's going to be down within a few hours. So
Yeah.
because of copyright content. Okay, all right. Now this is an interesting story also about the iPhone, the iPad Mini, and the 4th generation iPad. Following the word earlier this week that the iPhone had received final certification in China, Apple today announced that it will be bringing not only the iPhone 5 but also the iPad Mini and the 4th generation iPad to the country over the next several weeks. So this is to China. Apparently they don't have these devices, even though they manufactured in the country. They don't actually have the they don't actually have the products. That is wow. I'm learning everything here. We've learned about the kidney donation for iOS devices and baby tech names, and now we're learning about China don't even have products that they manufacture. God. Maybe they ship all of them, they don't have many else. Okay, all right. Okay. Now let's go on now to our app of the week. Hopefully everyone's got an app of the week. You don't have an app of the week, do you? Yes.
Lee.
Yeah.
Are you going to announce your special thing?
Oh, yeah. Well, just before get on to the old app of the week, saying about the iMac launch like the other day. I think I saw you tweet. Yeah, I knew you was. So, I think I saw a tweet. I'm going to put my order in later on today, in fact. So
nice.
Been 21.5 inch one. I'll get it for Christmas, and
that is so.
Yeah, expect the unboxing. Will be after Christmas, because what I'm going to do is have it wrapped up, and I'm going to open it Christmas Day as if it's a present, sort of thing. So a little present for myself, because I might even forget that I've pulled it. So
I've seen that in the Apple Store. I saw it the other day. It's really good.
Is it? I haven't seen any of it yet, so we don't. Like I said, we don't have an Apple Store here. I might see it in JB Hi-Fi sometime. But is it? You saw it, Elliot? Is it thin? Like really thin? Like massively thin? I saw videos.
It's literally like just a monitor. It's not even thick. It's like just thin. The edge is like that. Is it just like? Is it thinner than the? Is it thinner than the iPod? The new iPod Touch?
It's about as thick as the iPad 2.
The iPod Touch. It's probably
the
same thickness as a laptop. You know, the bottom of a laptop, like the MacBook. It's probably. It just looks like a monitor. I can't believe they fitted everything into the one screen.
Yeah, that's the amazing part. Well, I can't wait to see the unboxing. That'll be really good. And good.
It's gonna be good.
Yeah, I hope you enjoyed. That's I'm a bit jealous actually. I wish I had that much money. Maybe when I start up my job again next year, maybe. Okay. Just before we go on the app of the week, just a bit of app news. Angry Birds season is going to be updated for the holiday season this month. So look out for that if you've got seasons, Angry Birds seasons. Then look out for an update. Okay, have we all got an app of the week for this week? Have you got an app of the week, Mac? App of the week, Mark? I haven't got one myself, so I better
Oh, find an national one.
I better get one. Okay, I've got one now. I've got one.
You can do yours first, I'll look.
Alright, I'll do mine. Well, mine is something I come across this while watching a podcast by Twit. If you go to twit.tv, they're a US network, and it's called i5. Basically, an iPhone kind of podcast. Because I've got an iPod Touch, it's kind of no different. So, and I'm getting an iPhone by the way as well. So, it's called AppsFire. Now, what it is basically an app store. Basically, it's the App Store, but basically gives you a lot more. What do I call it? Like kind of like what's in the App Store, like what you may like and what you will like and what you won't like. So basically, it opens up. Now, this is not when you get it. It's not going to open up like I do. Basically, you're going to be presented with a screen with options that you select each of the ones that you like and don't select any of the ones. So when I got in, I selected athlete, sport, geek. I selected a couple of other ones as well, which I can't remember. But then after that, you are presented with this, and basically it presents you with this app can present you with deals. So say that you know how apps go on for free for a certain amount of time. This app can basically show all the apps that are free for a certain limited time, and they'll basically send a notification to you. So then it might be an app that you like. It's free for a certain amount of time. It's not paid. You can get it. And then there's also got some of the apps that you may love, as well as good deals on apps. So maybe a drop price in apps. It will direct you straight to the App Store when you click on an app, so you won't be purchasing it in there. It also shows you trending apps, so apps that are popular, and then of course it's got all my the things that I like. So there's deals on sport apps, there's deals on music apps, and there's also deals on other apps as well. So it's a pretty good app. There's also deals on social networking apps and all that as well. So this is a really good app. It's free from the App Store. It's really good if you want to kind of get deals on apps. It's not a app that is ripping the App Store off. It actually gives you deals on sports apps it's hard to explain. Basically, when a sport app or an app goes down in price or goes for free, it will basically tell you. And if you're interested, you're free. It's not a mock app. It's not an app that is giving you a low price for an app in the App Store. It's completely clean, because there's apps out there that do give you a low price for apps, which is kind of wrong because it kind of rips the developer off. And it will go, like I said, it will go straight to the App Store. When you click on that app and you want to get that app, it will go straight to the App Store, and then you'll get it from the App Store. So AppsFire, it's free from the App Store. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it would be on. Well, it is on iPad because the iPad can run iPhone apps. So it is on the iPad and all iOS devices. So that's my app of the week. It's a good app, and check it out.
Nice. Yeah, that seems pretty good. That I'll have a little.
Who wants to go next? Who wants to go next?
Well, I'll go next because mine's quite a quick one.
All right.
And I've also got a little plea as well at the end. My one is the YouTube app, because as we know, on the iOS 6 update, Apple took away the YouTube, or their version of YouTube app, so Google had to make their own one. And it's got it for iPhone and iPod, and I've got it on there, and it's good. It's good to have YouTube back again, and good to be able to sign in and stuff and watch your videos on there. I've noticed it's not got a lot of great reviews, but it's better than having to go through browser and all that. So I think it's pretty good. But my plea though is for an iPad version, because I'm missing that greatly. I used to, I watch a lot of vlogs
same.
on my iPad every morning, and I used to be able to sign in and comment and stuff. I know you could probably do it through the browser, but it's just not the same.
Yeah.
No, I want a YouTube app back, and I know you got the other ones, but I want an official one.
Yeah. So, I've only got on the iPad. I've only got the YouTube iPhone app. That's the only thing that I use on the iPad now, because obviously they've removed it. So, but yeah, it would be good to see, because it doesn't really look very good on the iPad when it's upscaled and using the iPhone version. So it would be good to see an iPad version.
And I want them to hurry up and do it. I don't see why there's no reason for them not to do one when they've already done an iPhone one. So they should have had it ready for the
I'd like them to make basically. I'd like them to upgrade one, because I've got a new iPod. So I've got the new iPod. So I'd like them to upgrade so it takes up the whole screen. I'd like them to do that as well, because I'm only on the small screen. But I do agree with you. That would be good to see an iPad app, but it is a decent app. That's what I think. It's decent. You can get around.
To have any problems with it, so I suppose other people do. Probably just your own opinion, I guess. But I think it's good to have a YouTube app. It's like a needed app. It's like not having a Facebook app or a Twitter app. Like crazy. Like you buy an Apple product, your 3 apps that everyone has, like everyone, it's Facebook, Twitter and YouTube. And without that YouTube one for iPad, it's really annoying. But loving it for the iPhone that it's back.
Yeah. All right, well, good app of the week. Elliot, do you want to go next? I doubt Mark's got an app of the week, even a Mac app of the week. Do you have a Mac app of the week, Mark?
We're doing it. Yeah, he has the same one basically as me. So.
Okay.
So it's the Gangnam photo booth.
Mine doesn't work for some reason.
So I just took a picture of me. We'll see if it works. So we're gonna see if it works.
Jesus.
Copyright information.
Hopefully everyone knows what Gangnam. I don't know what it is for them.
There we go. Yeah. I don't know if it's gonna work. Loading. Oh, right.
Gangnam Style app.
Got that popular, they had to create an app for it.
They've got an app for that. That's what Apple always say. There's an app for that.
Oh, hang on. I'll just set this up. There it is. I'll actually put the song on it. Analyse the music. Here we go. So you can put any song on it. You don't have to put Gangnam Style on it. Obviously, Gangnam Style is the best one. Right, we're ready.
Right. Do we think we should play it or?
And do you have to pay for that?
You've got to be careful copyright in a minute.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna see if I can get.
I hope this is not copyright for playing this song.
I'll see if I can get.
Oh, we didn't play all of them.
Huh?
Yeah, but we already had a product placement for bloody Dr. Pepper.
You can actually record, and also what it does while you're doing it, it records the dance and the song as well through the mic. So you can say stuff as well. So you can sing if you want it. And the chorus is coming up. There we go. I'll wait for it. So I don't want to do copyright on it.
Crazy.
Ready? Fair. didn't want to do too much.
Free from the App Store or paid or
Gangnam Photo Booth. It's free.
Nice. And to the creator of Gangnam Style, we're not playing your song to be copyright. We're just showing off an app, okay? We won't get charged for it because we're just showing off an app, and we didn't show all the song anyway. So, and we're giving everyone a reference. Okay, Mark, that was your app? So that was Mark's app of the week as well, I believe. Right. Okay. Cool. All right. So that's our app of the week's done for another show, and I guess that's it for the show. Before we do though, we'll go through all the links. MacMania 71.weebly.com is the I think the website's still working. I have a funny feeling that the website's not working, but anyway, MacMania71@gmail.com is our email. Twitter and Facebook are the best places to get in contact with us though. If you tweet us at MacMania71 on twitter.com, you will get in contact with us. If you write on the Facebook fan page at facebook.com/MacMania71, you will get in contact with us. So get in those two places. They're probably the best. The email, if you really need to email us, then email us. Like I said, I was going to check the emails. I definitely try and check the emails a lot. Sometimes I can't always get to them, but if we're slow getting to them, then and you don't like it, then get Facebook or get Twitter and tweet us or write a message on our you can send a message on a page. I just realised that you can send a message to a page. So if you need to send a message to us via your account to the page, you can do that as well. But you can't send us a direct message on Twitter unless we're following you. Okay, all right. So that's the MacMania links. Do you want to start off your links, Lee, on where people can find you?
Well, I think we should let Mark go next, being as he might be about 10 minutes. So even if we've got us afterwards, it might speed him up a little bit. So, go on, Mark.
All right, you can go, Mark.
Get ready, people, with your stopwatches, because this might be a record.
Oh, actually, Actually, before you start, I will get the timer on. I've got my iPod right here, so I'll just get the timer. Okay, got the timer, the stopwatch. Okay, you ready, Mark?
Ready?
On your marks. Get set.
So anyway,
go.
This is not UK one from YouTube. This is not UK one. This is not UK one blogs, which you see daily as well, coming soon. And it's been the meet up yesterday with John Lovell, Simon, Ace Redhead who's in the call, and Legend Elliot next to me. Also, Twitter, Mark94UK, and SimGuru Mark. Facebook is Mr. Mark UK1, or you can email me at mrmarkuk1@hotmail.co.uk.
24.7 seconds. Look at that.
Yay.
I got 24.8, so just one off. Because I just stopped it. But anyway, that's all right. It's still going.
That is a new record, actually. For the fastest.
That's a new record, because normally it takes half an hour. But anyway, all right. Do you want to go over now, Lee?
Right. Okay, so mine, quick and easy. 87 Redhead for YouTube and Redhead Lee for Twitter. Job done. See you next week.
Okay, Elliot.
Right, mine is youtube.com/legend894, legend894 at gmail.com, legend894productions.webs.com, and the Facebook legend894 productions, that's the Facebook page, and also Twitter legend894. There you go. You can access them all from the YouTube page. So.
Thank you very much, Elliot. And mine, at BevOB5 on Twitter. You can go find BevTV on Facebook and Twitter, BevTV1 on BevTV1 on Twitter and BevTV on Facebook. And then there's also YouTube, BevTV main channel, BevTV2 and Bevis Productions, and that is my links. I think that's all my links, I think. Don't really spread that much these days. Oh, you can follow me on Instagram as well. Follow me on Instagram, because I use Instagram a lot now. I take a lot of pictures, so BevOB5 is the name at Instagram if you want to go follow me there. Okay, well, that is it for our second last episode. Well, second last normal episode, because next week is our last normal episode, because then on the 16th Yeah, next week is our last normal episode because on the 16th, so not next week but the week after, will be our prediction show, and then after that we'll have our Christmas edition. So basically we won't be really talking any news for those next 2 episodes. So next week we'll wrap up all the news for next week, and then we'll get into our prediction show. Will you be joining us for our prediction show, Lee, predicting what happens next year in 2 weeks' time?
Me, oh yeah, I will be there. And can I just quickly mention, anyone that wants to search for the Christmas edition of MacMania 2011 might have a bit of difficulty because we did the show, but there is a massive bodge up with uploading, so it doesn't actually exist, or it only exists in our memory. So hopefully this year we'll get it done properly, and it will be uploaded so you can watch it. All right. So
it was this guy's fault. It was this guy's fault right here. See, even putting an Apple sticker on it doesn't make a difference. You would think putting an Apple sticker on it would give it some magic, but it doesn't. It just makes it bad. This year's episode though will be good. We'll just go through it. Just the 23rd of December. We're planning at the moment to do it via Google Hangout live on YouTube, because you can do that now if everyone has Google Hangout. And I believe Rob will be joining us as well as Mark, Elliot, Lee, and Dan might be joining us as well. So Dan and Rob. Dan's not sure if Dan will join us. Rob, is he a definite or?
Yeah,
because I'm not sure if there's a definite or not.
Yeah, you never know.
Right. Because I want to make a preview like I did last year. I want to make a preview thing, so I'll be putting names on it. So and Dan, we're not sure about Dan. We'll just put him on, and yeah, we're not really sure because he doesn't like the time. But it'll probably be 10 o'clock. It'll probably be not 9:30, but 10 o'clock. So yeah. Are we all okay with doing it live on YouTube via Google Hangout, or do we want to do it over recorded? Do you reckon that's a good idea, Lee?
We go live, yeah. We'll go live.
Yeah, I'm not. I'll probably Elliot or Mark will probably be in charge of the Google Hangout. I won't be doing it via my computer. I'll be doing it. I'll probably use my iPod. I'll probably use my. I've got enough iPods to do it. So, okay. Thanks so much, everyone, for joining us on another episode of Mac Mania. Episode 53 is next week, and until then, bye for now.
Have fun.
Have fun. Oi, that's my little catchphrase. Bloody Mark keeps stealing it.
Party popper went off.
Yeah, you're stealing it.
Party popper went off.
Get you, buddy. I've got a patent on that.
Party popper went off.